Okay, so I think it's done. It's done now. So let's continue. Yeah, so we are going to talk about the links. As I told you, I think it looks like this anchor. You see, an anchor is a device normally made of metal used to secure a vessel to the bed of a body of water to prevent the craft from drifting due to wind or current. So, though the name as they use, but for me, I normally feel like it is this way. So whenever you see anchor, you have to remember a link. You
Okay.
understand? You normally see anchor link. You understand? So what is an anchor link or what is a link? So let's move to my PDF and talk about some of the link and its features. Right? Yeah. So this is an HTML link and anchors. So links are found in all web pages. Links allow users to click their way from page to page. That means we will have or we will need a page, a different page. So we have done this, right? So we are in this page. Let's say we want to create another page. You know, I already showed you how to create different pages, right?
Yeah.
So let's say I'm going to copy this, or let's just leave this as and create a new page. So I'll go new file and see I want to create about page. So I do about.html. Understand? And open a blank space. Let me create another one. Contact us. A contact.html. So now I have three files here for HTML, which are in the same folder. And so they are in the same folder. We have index.html, which is the home. We have contact, which can take us to the contacts, and we have about. Example. Or maybe I can add another one and call it shop. That's my shop, shop.html. So this is my shop. So I have where I can shop. So I have all of them here now. And then because I will need an image, I can go to Google and copy any image. Like here, I can say, let me use this anchor image, for instance. I can right click and then copy image. Understand? Go to my editor, right click or just paste it. Control V to paste. When I paste it, it's now shown here. So this is the image. So I can change the name, right click, and then rename, and then change the name to Anchor. So that I know that oh, this image is an Anchor image. You understand? So I have these pages, HTML, about, contact, shop in the picture, Anchor.
Mm.
And then look at the extension, PNG. Understand? So you have to always note the extension. This PNG,
Change.
HTML, 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 HTML. Right? So we are inside here. So this is the home page, right?
Yeah.
So that's the home page. We are now going to, let's say we are going to create about page. Click, we are inside here. Then we bring our boilerplates. Remember to bring your boilerplates like this. Then I give it a title. And the title is, I say about us or about, so that it will look similar to the name. So it will be about or about us. Something like that. So this is about us. So To make it short, we can make it just about is okay. About is okay. Make it short. I can go to contact tool, bring my boilerplate, and make it contact and then title. And then I can go to my shop, bring my boilerplate, and say shop. So now I have 3 additional pages that I'm creating. So let's go inside our about page. So let's say we are just going to put something inside the body as let's say we want to bring okay, first of all, let's go here and say, oh, this is my home page that we have the text. Okay, we are here. So let's go down and say, oh, or maybe let's be below the H1 here. You see, we want to create a link. So I can say link, and then I can comment it. Below it, then I say I want to write a link. And to write a link or anchor link, we use the anchor as a word and shorten it to be A. So we write A. So when you write A, it will tell you this is the A and it is a link. And it even give you a reference. Look, abbreviation is ahref. You understand? So this is the element that can help us to get a link. You understand? And a link comes with what? What is the name of this? What's the name?
Attribute.
An attribute. An attribute called ref. And what href stand for?
Horizontal.
No. Href, not hr. Href.
That's right. Is it for the link?
For the link, but what does it stand for? Href stand for what? Read inside.
Contains a URL or
Okay.
URL fragment that the hyperlink points to.
Okay. So look at this. It is just a reference. You understand? We call it hypertext reference. You understand? Or hyperlink. Yeah, hyperlink reference. So it is a link with referencing a destination or a point. And that point is URL. You understand? So when you see this, when someone say URL, www dot, let's see my name of my website, design.com. You understand? So this is what you call URL.
Mm.
Is it uniform? Looks like resource locator. You understand? So look at it as okay. URL stand for, you see, uniform resource locator, right? Uniform resource locator. Example, www.example.com. A full URL is a complete web address used to locate a specific site. Used to locate a specific site or page on the internet. You understand? So here, when we come inside, we have something called URL, which is this, is what we are going to write here. But what makes the attribute that help us to go to that URL is this href.
Mm.
You understand? So it is also what? An attribute which help us, which point us to this URL. So without this URL or this href, this link is useless. You understand? That is why I told you an attribute adds some functionality to the element.
Yeah.
Yeah. So without this lang, that this line here, this HTML doesn't know which language it's using.
Mm.
You understand? So with this language telling the root that I'm using English, the HTML now understand that, oh, this page has English, or the character that I'm using is English words, not a Spanish or Turkish. It's English. You understand? So then we have to always have href. A link without href is useless. It doesn't take you anywhere. It's just like a plain paragraph.
Mm.
You understand? So now if I wrote something like this, I clear this ref, for instance, and inside it I wrote hello. And below it, I wrote P as a paragraph and wrote hello. And save it, go back to my website and say, oh, I want to check. What is the difference? How could you tell the difference? It's the same.
The same.
It's a hello, hello. There's nothing. Look, there's nothing. It's the same. Hello, hello. But in order to differentiate it, if I put something like href as an attribute, or which I give the value or I give the URL as pointing to a location, which is URL, Uniform Resource Locator, which is HTTP forward slash, maybe HTTPS colon double slash or double forward slash, and I write my website c4wdesign.com. Then now I'm telling the link, because it's A is link, I'm telling the link when I click on this, take me to, when I click here inside this place, hello, the name that I put in between them, take me to
Mm.
this place.
Ah.
You understand? So that's why I say if you have any element like the A without the href is useless. But with the href, it's now telling me that, oh, this is a link and href is pointing to this website. So whatever I put inside, it just to show, but when I click, it takes me here.
Mm.
You understand? So here I can just write click me. But now we can see the difference. Let's open our website. Let's open our website and look at the difference. Now you look at the difference. You see now the link has turned into blue,
Blue.
but the hello is just there as hello. So now I can differentiate between them and say, oh, this one is a link, because when I hover my mouse on it, look at the mouse will change.
Mm.
But here, when I come here, nothing changes. It just like,
Nothing changed.
so it means it's a text. I can copy it. But here, when I come here, it doesn't change as a text. It wants me
Mm.
to click into it. So when I click into it here, it will take me to the link that I gave it to. So when I click, it will take me to this website. You understand?
Yeah.
So that is how website the link works. I click on it. It doesn't matter. Whatever you put here, here is just a normal text that you can put.
Mm.
Go now. It doesn't matter. Here is just a normal text that you can put. Until you click, take me here. It depends on where you want it to go. I can say I don't
Mm.
want you to go my website. I want you to go to where? Maybe let's say I want you to go to some cat page. Let's say this is a cat page like this. Some cats. So I can copy this. This is a URL, right? I can copy this as a URL and then go back to my website. Instead of here, I can say no, don't go here, but I want you to reference somewhere here.
Mm.
And then I can just change the name here, like maybe visit cats, visit cats. Go to my website and you see visit cats. When I click, it take me to
Okay.
the website or the link I give it to. Where? Here. Right. So it takes a little bit to load, but it's still working because it tells you cards, Wikipedia, meaning it's going to this website.
Mm.
The URL is this wikipedia.org. We can just go back to our main website. Understand? So that is how the link works. And as I told you, attribute also, there are a lot of them. It's not only one. Here, as I told you, you have to just give a space and then write the attribute and give it a value. So the same thing here too. You can just give a space and write another attribute. So all those attributes that you are adding, is just adding functionality to the link. You understand? Like for instance, if you have uh, let's say you have your own dress, right? But the dress that you're wearing, normally you are wearing dress to cover your body, but you
Yeah.
need any additional thing that can cover some places of your body, maybe like your hand. There is a cold and you want to cover your hand, not only your body. You are wearing the shirts normal, but then your hand, then you get some gloves and then you put on your hand. So that is also a functionality. It's adding some functionality to your hand, which is protecting your hand. You understand? The link, let's say it is your clothes that you're wearing to protect your body. But what about your hand? You need to add or get some additional attributes that can protect your body. So what attribute? I say I have some attribute of what, which is targets. It's also an attribute which has a value, and this value has different values. It could be blank, parent, self, or top. All these attributes most has its own meaning, but mostly what normally we use are the blank, especially when you are a beginner, because normally it takes you to some link or it takes you to other tab. You understand? So mostly what this blank does is when you click on the link, first of all, this href is telling the link that when I click, take me to this website, right? Secondly, this target is saying that though when you click, though it is going to take you to this website, but I want you to open that link as a different tab, not inside the same place that you are. I want you to open it in a different tab. You understand? Okay, let me give you an example. For instance, let's say we have this similar same thing twice here. And I see, okay, this will take you to what? Let me delete this attribute and I leave this one. So this has only one attribute and this has two, which is href and targets. Okay, let's see. This one, the same, remain, I would say remain, you see, open a link, but remain there. Okay, I comment and then go here, open a link, but somewhere else. Or we can say, and that somewhere else is equal to open new tab. You remember the tab that where we can see our title. Okay. So look at the difference. So let's go. Come I missed something. This has to be. No, I brought something that I didn't comment. No comment. Okay, a minute. So I have to use break in order to separate them. So this I have visit card, visit card. So let me change their name too. So open here, and then I'll see open new tab. So now here, this one will open the same place here, this page. But this one will open new tab, meaning it will open like this, giving me new tab like this, and leaving this. I hope you understand. So for instance, let's click. When I click on open here, look at what happened. It opens in the same tab because now where is my website, my old website? Unless I go back before I can see it, right? If I click here, then it will take me back. Just look at this one is remain here. But when I click the first one, this one will change. And it loaded here, the same page. You understand? I can go back. But when I click this one will remain and it will open different tab here. So that is the function of that blank, the target blank. You see, look at when I click this, you see we have this one already. And then it has opened new tab here. I hope you understand. So that's how it works. That's how the difference is. This one open it here and this one open new tab. So I click open new tab and leave this. So most prefer to use those one, the second one, because it will leave this old one so that when you just want to come back and look at some stuff there, you can still come back. So I see, for instance, this is like a shopping page. You understand? So when you click on one shop or one image to buy something, it will open a new tab for you so that you can look at that product. If you don't want that product, you can close it and you still come back to the old one, the place that you are. And so this is why it's important and some people are using it. But if you are within your own website, yeah, like you are using the same website, it doesn't need to take you somewhere else. You can say, oh, I don't want to use that attribute called targets or blank. I don't want to use it. I just want everything to be inside here. So when you open a link, it will still be within this place. It doesn't go anywhere or it doesn't open any new tab for you. I understand. So there are a lot of them. We have self, we have different, depending on what you want to do with it. But mostly the blank is okay. I understand. So that is one about the link, the additional attributes. Okay. So then the next thing about the link is also, okay, talk about all this, and then we have different type of links. So you see the one I was telling you, the target attribute. What does it do? It specifies where to open the link document and can have the following. We have self. Self is the default. Understand? Self is default, the one which is already there. So when you open it, just open inside. To open the document in the same window as I told you. So here, if I just go and instead of the blank, I just write self. This writing self doesn't change anything. It's the same thing. It's the same as leaving it blank. I didn't leaving it like this. It's like a default. So that's why they use self. So it's a default way. Understand? Blank opens the document in a new window or tab, as I told you. So when you click here, it will open in a different window. Do you understand? So that is how that one works too. And then another one which is here, parents. It opens the document in the parent frame. And so we have what we can create like an iframe and something. So it can open it in the parent frame. You understand? We can sometimes you can have a dialog box like a small rectangular window inside your website. Then you can do a
Mm.
lot of things within. You don't need to go outside. I don't have an
Mm.
example to show, but for instance, if here is my website, maybe I can have a link. When I click on it, you see this as open here.
Mm.
You understand? So this thing, although it's a link, but this is a hover effect. This is not what I'm talking about, but it looks similar like this way. For instance, if you have
Mm.
something like this inside your website, you can do everything here without this will not change. It's only that this place will be changed.
Mm.
You understand? So that's what normally it does. Open the document in the parent frame. You understand? And opens the document in the full body of the window. You understand? You open the document in the full window. So it's not like a dialog box, but in a full window. So all these are normally applicable, and it depends on when you go ahead. Definitely, you find a lot of them. And for now, what you need to do is the blank is okay. I understand.
Okay.
We have also what we call the different types. We have the absolute URL and the relative URL. You understand? This mostly depends on the where the link is going, like where you install and you have your address. For example, 1 and 2 above are using an absolute URL, a full web address in the href attribute. But when you are using, like, let's say, a local link, you just link to a page while the same website or within the same website. You understand? So, for instance, this is just simple thing that let me just show you so that you can understand here. Um, for instance, here when I click this one that I was showing you, this one is an absolute URL.
Mm.
Why am I saying absolute? Because when I click this, it will take me to a different place.
Mm.
It is different websites. You understand? But if I want to have something like a relative, the relative is simply relational. For instance, if I have my website like the c4wdesign.com, whatever I
Mm.
do within, for instance, I'm doing things, but I'm using the same websites. I'm within my own files about us, blog, SEO, website, web design. All of them are related to my own domain name, my own file, my own website. So
Mm.
when I click here, I'm within my own website because I'm using the same path, which is .com about us. When I click blog, it takes me to the blog. You understand? So that is the difference between absolute and relative. An example as I want to show you here is, for instance, here I can create a link which will lead you to open all these pages that I created. So let's do that. So for instance, I come down, let me do it at the top. Then I say I want to create a link. A link, I'll write A. Then where do I want to point it to? I have to point it inside this, instead of giving it this URL, which is from outside, right? I
Mm.
said, no, I don't want to give it from outside, but I want it to be within my file. So here is my file. So I want it to point it, I want to point it to within. So what should I
Mm.
do? I should just make sure I write the same name here. You understand? Even though we didn't do the file part, But later when I show you how the file part work, you understand it. But for now, make sure that all the web pages are in the same folder. You understand? So let's say here, when I click, I want you to go to like about us. So let's say I choose where is about us. It is here about.html. Because it is relational, then I'll see about.html. So now I'm pointing it to. So what do I want to write? I say about. Bring a break again, then calm down and say, let me create another link. And I say, I want you to go to contact.html. The inside I write contact. Then I come down again and say, I want another link. Where do I want? Shop. Then I write shop. This right first capital letter here. Understand? So what did I do here? So I say, oh, let me create another one which will take me back to home in case no, but this one is because you are inside the home page, you don't need the link to take you back to home because you are already home. Understand? But if you were to be inside another page, you can say, oh, I want to add a link that can take me back home. You understand? So now I have three links which I can go to. So I can copy the same link, I can copy them and go inside my about page here. Then I put them here. Okay, let me first write the H1 and see about page. And then below it, I paste all the link that I have. But here is what? Here is about page. So I don't need about page. I don't need a link to take me to about again. But the link that I need is to link that can take me back home. So it is the index. So I can clear this and wrote index, the one that can take me back home because I already have the one which can take me to contacts, the shop. Then I can go to my contacts, copy this, all this again, go to my contacts and come inside my body. Then I paste it here. Then I ask, what is this? I'm inside what page? I'm inside the contact. It means I have to give all the necessary names. So it's not about now, it is contact. Contact. Oops. Contact. And then I say now here is perfect because I can click and go back home, but I don't need contact. What do I need? I need a about. How do you understand?
Yeah.
So now here I don't need contact because I'm inside the contact. I need about. It's perfect. Then I go to shop.
Sure.
The shop too, I have all this. I say, okay, which page am I? I'm in shop.
Sure, please.
Shop page. And I come here and said, yeah, I can go back to home. I can go back to contact, but I don't need, because I'm inside the shop, I don't need to have a link for the shop. But I need a link which can take me to about. Right? So now I have all the links in all the pages. Right. So now when I go back to my website, I'm going inside my main home, which is index. It's here. This is the main home that I had, right? So these are all the links that I have. So let me just take this to go down. Yeah. Okay. So these are all my links about contact shop, right?
Yeah.
Let me delete this. It wouldn't create confusion. This thing. Yeah. So these are my links. So when I click this, where do you think it will take me to?
About page.
About page. So if I click, it's the about page, right? When I click
Mm,
contact, it will take me to contact page. When I click shop, it will take me to shop page.
mm,
You understand? Uh-huh. But ask myself, if so here, where can I go back to home page? It's not possible. Let me see. Did I save them or what? I don't know why it didn't show. Because here I was having the index. And let me see. Now the index for the okay. The index I didn't write the name. Just left it. Let's write home. And when there is index, I should change. Okay. Home. And there's index, I should home. Understand? Okay. So now everything is perfect now. Understand? So now I'm on the shop page. When I click home, I'm going back to my home page. You understand?
mm,
Contact. I'm going to shop. I'm going to contact again. Go home.
um,
Shop. Contact. Home.
mm,
You understand? So these are what we call relative, relational. That's what we call relative or relational what? URL or
mm,
relative URL. But the other one which takes you outside is a absolute.
mm,
That's why you can see they are here as different. The local link, absolute, and the relative.
mm,
You understand? So yeah, why relative link is suitable for internal linking with a website. You understand? This is internal. So here I'm inside my website. I didn't go outside. I'm just inside my own website.
mm,
So about, I'm just inside my website. Contact, shop, understand home. But when I put a link, that will take me to, or that will take me outside like this. Maybe I have a link and say I want to go to google.com. When I go to Google or some website like this, something like here, C4W design like
mm,
this, then now it no longer a relative, it's now a absolute. So because if I click here will change and it take me to different website. Now I'm in different place, somebody's website. But if I want to come to my website and navigate through inside or within here, shop, then I'm inside my website, which is relative. So that's the difference between relative and then the absolute link.
mm.
You understand?
Yeah.
Mhm. So when you go here, website like Stack Overflow, mostly they use this relative link for internal link. So if you go Stack Overflow, you want to open their website like this. Stack Overflow, look at this website. Look at this here. Whatever you click, it takes you inside. Inside. It doesn't take you anywhere. They are inside the website. You click this, it's inside. Anything that you click, they are inside the website. It's not outside. You understand? Yeah, home, everything, whatever, anything. It's just inside within. So that's what they are trying to tell you. And this Stack Overflow is also a place that you can, if you have any question, you can come and ask. You understand? For instance, I want to ask um, relative and absolute links. When you ask, no, I'm somewhere not. Let me see. Okay, you can come here and say relative and absolute links. and you write maybe Stack Overflow attach. I'm making mistake. Relative, and then Stack Overflow attached to it, maybe like this. It will give you, look, Stack Overflow, and it give you the absolutes. So it give you technical differences. Which is better option or other is okay? Let me see. Okay, so it give you an example, href. You see, from what I observed, absolute part uses part from left to right, finally moved. It's just an explanation one is given. So when you go there, you read a lot of information about or answers relating to people who posted. You understand?
Mm.
Someone is saying there is no measurable difference in speed or anything as regards to search engine and other software that process HTML pages as delivered on the web. The reason is that relative URLs are resolved to absolute URLs, applying well-defined algorithms that are known to authors of relevant software. So when your page contains href slash this is the path, it will be which is what resolved using the current base URL, and nanoseconds required for this are ignorable. And so he's talking about relative link, and that is what I was talking about. Like you see contact. So it means that here they put all the contact within a lot of folders. From this folder you move to another folder. You understand? So you go home up to here. So when we talk about the path or folder, the folder path, you understand this. But for now, just make sure that this is just as a folder, a file or a file path. You understand?
Mm.
Yeah. So that is about relative and absolute links. Okay, so this one is an image link, and this one is also a link which leads to an email, like you are sending an email. So that one is also simple. For instance, if we are here, let's say we are going to write something like, let me see H1 and write H1 and write something like image link. Understand? So below it, RVR and RVR here, and then below it, image link. Okay, so let's see, what are we writing? Image link. Below it, let's put image link. So what did I told you about image? Image is what? Image element is what?
This time,
It's an empty element, right?
yeah,
Okay, it means you cannot put any element inside it, right?
it is on, it is on.
Yeah, so you cannot put any element into it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. It means that it has to be put inside some other elements, because if I don't have money, how can I give someone? You
Mm.
understand? So I have to depend on someone in order to feed myself, right? So that is what our image is doing. Now, image doesn't have, it cannot be self-dependent. So it depends on someone. Understand? It's
Mm.
dependent on someone. It cannot be self-independent. So what we do is we put a picture inside a link. You understand? For
Mm.
instance, I have a link which is A. Because the link has in between, I can put something inside, right?
Yeah.
Whatever I put inside become a link because it is enclosed or it is inside this link. So I can put an image here, right?
Mm.
You understand? So now, okay, you see this line. It's showing you that oh, this image is inside it.
It's inside the link.
Mhm. So it means that despite the fact that I have my image, I can see, oh, I want to just let me put my image, which let me see, I can stick this anchor, an image here, source. Although I didn't do the image, or I didn't teach you the image, but later for the next lesson, you will see how the image works. But now let's put our image here, anchor. Now we have our image inside, right? I have an image inside my link. Now, if I go back to my website, what do I see? This is the image,
Mm.
right? So when I come closer, look at my mouse. When I come close on any link, what does it do? The mouse do. You see, it
Mm.
changes the hand of the what? The mouse has changed.
Change.
You understand? So it's similar because this image is inside the link. So it also gets affected. See, you see?
Also change.
Mhm. So let me just reduce the size. You can see width, maybe 400. Okay, 400 is okay. Maybe 300. Understand? Now when I come closer, you see how it is.
Mm.
It has turned into a link. But if
Yeah.
I click the link, will something happen? Looking at the code here, look at the code. Just look at the code and tell me something. If I click on this image, will something happen?
Yeah, it will
Just,
take you to that
just look
image.
at the code.
The code.
Yeah, I should just look at how I write the code. If I click on the image here, if I click here, will something happen?
Ah, it's highlighted.
It's highlighted. No, I understand. I'm just asking, what are we missing here? What are we missing inside this code? Inside this code, the code that I wrote here. What are we missing? Can you think of something? Just read the code line by line and tell me.
Um, are we missing the
Come again, I'm listening.
um,
What are we missing?
ref href
Yeah, we are missing the ref, which is
the
the URL.
attributes?
You understand? So when I click on the image, nothing will happen. You understand? It wouldn't take me to anywhere. You understand?
Mm,
Because here there is nothing. Where am I going?
yeah.
It's like this is a car. The car is just at it has stopped. It just parked. No one is inside. It doesn't have any direction where to go. It's just there. You understand? So it is like the image is, let's say the image is inside, like the image looks like a car, which is inside a garage. Like the link is here, this link. So after you open the garage and you point that, oh, I'm going to this place, then when you click the link, which is a car, then the car moves and takes you to this destination. But here the destination is empty. Where do you want it to go? You understand? So what we can do is that we can normally search for this link or this same anchor. You understand? And say, oh, this is the anchor. And say, let me copy this or let me go to the website of this anchor. You understand? This is the website. Then I can copy the link and copy this link. When I copy this link, I can go back and say, now I want to, when I click the image, take me to a destination, which I'll put here as the link, as the URL. How do you understand?
Yeah.
If you remembered, in here we put C4W. Within we put just a test.
Mm.
You understand? So it means inside within this link, look at within this link. Within this link, what do we put? We put just a test. So the test will show here. This is the test. This is the test. This C4W design. This is the test. But instead of the test, we said no, we don't want to put a test inside. We want to put an image. So that's why here, below here, we put an image inside. Here in between, put test, right? But here in between, we put image. I hope you understand.
Yeah.
So now when you save it and when you click on the image, it will say, take me to this location. So when I click here, take me to this location.
Mm.
You understand? So if I want it to open inside another tab, which attribute or which another attribute should I add? Can you remember?
Which attribute
Yeah,
or
I can add because the link
blank?
already
Blank?
have href. Which attribute can I add?
Blank?
Blank is the value. I mean the name of the attribute is what? Target.
Mm.
Target. Target. Targets. You understand? The target is the attribute and the blank is the value, like what we did here in the
Mm.
meta. The name is the attribute and the viewport is the value. Remember,
Yeah.
HTML, lang, attribute, value. So the same thing. Target is the attribute, blank is the value. Understand? So if I save and click on my, it will open another different tab. You see. So it leaves this one here and open another new tab here. So that is how a link works. And the lastly about the link is also if you want to send an email. If you want to send an email, sometimes people can give you something and say, send me. Or you open a website and you see something like send me or send me. For instance, if I go to contact page, let's say we are going to work at the contact page. You go to contact here. So where is the contact page? This is a contact. You are here now. So inside the contact, you can see, let's do something below here. So I'll see, give H1 and see contact us through, or maybe send us email. Send us email, right? And I can come here. I want to click a link. When the person click, you can send me an email, right?
Mm.
So I can click, give a link. And inside the href is where I want, because it is the destination where the person is going. So here in between, I can say send us email now. But the ref or the reference is where the target is. I see, since it is an email or a mail, I see mail to semicolon and then give an email address where I want the person to send the email to. Like when the person click, where will you send the email to? Where will the email come to? I mean, where would the message come to? You understand?
Mm.
Which email am I going to provide to the person?
Mm.
You understand? Then if I have an email, I can say, oh, I have an email. You can point it to info@c4wdesign.com. So I see when the person click on here, send us email, he can type his message And when he is sending the message should come to my inbox here,
Mm.
info. Or if you have any Gmail account, you can use it there.
Mm.
Understand? But for professional, normally we use your company name
Mm.
as a domain name, you understand? So here, if I go to my shop, in my contact, and I go to my contact, there is something we have send us email. And so the
Mm.
person can just click send us email. And when you click send us email, it will automatically wants to open email and interface or email website or an application that you have on your computer, which you have connected it with your laptop. It will just connect it to it, and then you can just start typing your message and send to the company. You understand? So that is mostly what uh, happens, especially looking at the. But sometimes a lot of people don't use this. Some don't use. It depends on how you feel. Because some people think that although there are security measures that you can protect, but for email, I don't think it has a problem. Understand? If
Mm.
someone sent you an email that you think this email is containing malicious, the person wants to attack you, then it's better you don't open the email.
Mm.
You understand? Because if someone knows how to inspect, you just right click here and then inspect and then look at my email. You see, can you see it?
Mm.
So the
Yeah, I
person
can.
can just go inside and then click on here, or maybe the person can just go here and then
Mm.
copy. Person can just copy,
Mm.
and so when you copy, after copying, you can just come here and see copy the
Mm.
same email because copy the email because here there is no email, right?
Yeah.
But when you come here, you can see the email. So the person doesn't
Mm.
want to send the email here. You can just copy the email address
Mm.
here and go to his Gmail account and then put the email there and send it. Just put the email there and then type his message and send it to you. You understand? So it's the same thing. If you know how to do all this, when you see something like this and you say, oh, I don't see the email. Oh, where is the email? The person say I should send, but I don't see the email. But I want the email to send. You understand? You can just do the same thing, right? And just see the email here, then copy it, and then go to your website and send it.
Mm.
You understand? So mostly that is, I think, that is all about because button is also you can use button as a link. They are all the same thing. You just need to make sure you have an open link. You understand? The link is open, a link, and inside the link, in between those two, a open and close, you just put anything there. If it is an image that you are putting, you can put an image. You can put an image here. You understand? If it is not an image, you want to put maybe a button, you can put a button element here. You understand? But make sure that remember that this A will affect the button. You
Mm.
understand? If you want to put anything, if it is H1, you want to put inside, you can put. You understand? If it's anything that you want to put inside, just put it inside. But make sure that, or remember that this link will be affected. So far as you put a destination, maybe Google to Google or something like that, it will be affected.
Mm.
You understand? So that is normally how a link works. You understand? Yeah. So I think yeah, it's been okay. It's been 2.5 hours now. Normally it's supposed to be 2 hours. That's it's now 2.5 hours now. So I think we've covered today's targets. Understand? So I think later we can, or maybe next lesson, we can cover the image and the file parts. So this is where I will show you how the part or the file part works. and you use it to understand even better the links
Then,
and so the relative, and then like, how to navigate through the files, and then know how to get the exact path in order not to cause problems when you are directing people into your links. Understand? Mhm. I think we can call it a day, and I think you've learned a lot of things. There are a lot of things. You just that just need to sit down, watch the video again, and then um, you're good to go.
yeah.
Yeah. So if you have any questions, let me know, and then we can.
Mm, For now,
You have
I
any questions?
don't have any question. I just need to go and check it again. I think to
Hmm.
proper understand.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Okay, so far, so how is the lesson so far? I know we've done that's two lessons now, but how is the lesson so far? Am I moving forward, or am I moving too fast, or maybe it's okay? You're understanding, or maybe do you want anything that you think maybe I should have added, or maybe like a recommendation or something like that?
Mm. No, I think we are moving all right. You are not
Hmm.
moving too fast, and you
Uh,
are taking your time to explain everything. So yeah,
hmm.
there's
Okay,
no
okay, no
problem.
problem. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Then I think you can add your comment inside the video, the YouTube video that I shared to you, because I didn't see your comment.
Okay. Okay, I'll comment.
Okay, no problem. Okay. Okay, then I will leave you today, and then um have a wonderful day.
Okay.
Mm,
Thank you.
you're welcome.